It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. It's the Buccaneers and the Dirty Birds coming up next.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. Come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here in Atlanta. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the number 1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Right to the air. It's Mayfield. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Short one there to Otten. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
And it's 4th down, so here comes Riley Dixon to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
They'll throw first play with Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
London brought in motion. On play action, Penix. Now he takes off. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Penix. There he goes again.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
On second down, here's Penix. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. From the gun on third down, here's Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Buccaneers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start first and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first and 10, here's Baker. It's complete to Evans. They'll come up on a second down and 8. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for third down. They send Evans in motion. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. And he's going to be out of bounds. They mark him up near the 35-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Back-to-back 3-and-outs, and not ideal to start the game in that manner. So that's a really important throw right there. Let's see if they can build something from there. Brings up first and 10. Continue to let your opening script unfold. You got to go down and find some points here and get your offense settled down.
On first down is Mayfield. He will find his man. That's the rookie from Ohio State. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Throwing is Baker. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Receiver in motion, going right. On 2nd down, Baker. He'll find his running back, White. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a 1st down.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Here's 2nd and 6. Here comes Otten in motion. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. Mayfield. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. McLeod now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground. in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. Pass pulled in by Carter. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Penix. Open man, he's got Agnew. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Penix now off the bootleg. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. And he will score. Charlie Werner. Touchdown, Atlanta. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Tucker. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Buccaneers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. One of the tight ends motions right. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run here. It's Carter. He'll get about 2. Hassan Reddick there to make the play. Second down and 8. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing is Penix. That one taken in by London. And he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Buccaneers offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. To the outside. Catch made by Evans. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw is Mayfield. Right back to Evans. He's got it again. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So the best thing this wide receiver is able to do here, Mike, on this crossing route is once he gets the ball in his hands, he's able to put his foot in the ground and get vertical. So often you see these guys get strung out sideline to sideline, and they're not able to pick up big yards after the catch. So really nice job here, and it leads to a big gain.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Irving. And he's pushing tacklers away as he takes it forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. On the handoff, it's Irving. Finding space at the 15. The speed on display. He's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Buccaneers are on top. It's now 10-7. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. McLeod now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Penix. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Here's a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Open man, he's got it, it's London. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Penix. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They run over center with Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
On 3rd down, Penix. Now a screen set up for Carter. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and Just nowhere for that back to go.
This one, returnable. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the ground, they'll go with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Third and a yard. They go play action with Mayfield. Pass thrown deep for Godwin.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots, even though they weren't able to connect. It's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Penix. Throw on the run is complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. We're going to go play action with Penix. He'll tuck it and take off.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. On first down, it's Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A carry, and this is Carter. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Penix. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Fourth down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Here comes a return from the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bucs offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
Every team understands the value of generating explosive plays, but there's a flip side. The quarterback can only hold the ball so long with how good these teams are rushing the passer. So when you can check the ball down short and gain all the yards after the catch, man, what a weapon for an offense.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Wadarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. A short one there to Otten. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Buccaneers go up by 7. It is now 17-10. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. McLeod now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Slot man in motion left. Mayfield to throw on first and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's second and 2. Mayfield to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now Mayfield. This one caught left side by Evans. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
On first down is Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Here's Mayfield. Toward the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
On first and 10, here's Baker. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Second down throw from Mayfield. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This one from 43 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Buccaneers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our halftime report. We saw a strong first half out of running back Bucky Irving. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Agnew on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Greg, simply put, they've been off their game right from the jump.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just the way the game goes, and you can't really put your finger on it, but you feel good coming out of the week of practice. You feel really good about your game plan, and then once the ball's kicked off, nothing seems to work, and it's very frustrating because you can look great one week, and then the next week be completely taken out of your game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Robinson. He'll get this close to the 1st down marker, taken down just shy at the 38. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Another run here for Robinson. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Atlanta.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On 1st down, it's Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
On 2nd down, Penix. His throw left side is complete. 17 yards, the gain there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. Pitts is the man in motion. Now the lefty Penix on 1st down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A run with Carter. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. Pass pulled in by Carter. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st, so it'll bring up 4th down. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons are able to get it back within a score. ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here comes Otten in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Baker to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
On 1st down, here's Irving. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They send Godwin in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. Now, screen set up for Irving. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. On the ground, it's Irving. And he's going to have a Bucs 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. A gain there of 11. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay. Mayfield. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Here comes Otten in motion. Throwing is Baker. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
A pass pulled in by Irving. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Anytime it's third and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense taking him down for a loss. Brings up fourth down.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bucs will extend their third quarter lead. McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. Agnew on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming, getting started with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Kalijah Cansey in on the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here is Penix. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He'll try and get there on the ground. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
1st and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. He's to the 10. And he'll be taken down.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the 2nd half, The opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That is caught. Todd Bowles disagrees with that call, and he's thrown the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So a smart decision on the defensive side to use the challenge here. This winds up as an incomplete pass. So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Here's Irving. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Here comes Otten in motion. Now Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Mayfield to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That is Leonard Floyd, the veteran who got to the quarterback.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
They send Evans in motion. To throw is Mayfield. Toward the sideline, he's got Evans. So these teams trade field goals in the third as we come to the end of the quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Now Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to White. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on third down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. To the outside. Catch made by London. On 2nd down, Penix. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. A tight end in motion now. They run over center with Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Penix. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now Penix. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Quick throw, taken in, and he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Throwing again, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2. Third and 2, and Penix. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score. So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. In the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Baker to throw. To the tight end, Otten with the grab. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. There's that man again. Another catch. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Throwing is Mayfield. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
They'll motion a tight end right. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. They'll run with Irving. And the Bucs have a 1st and goal forthcoming. He takes this down to the 5-yard line.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Mayfield. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
On 2nd down, Baker. A short one there to Otten. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again. You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player, and when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. Agnew on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. The 2nd down throw is incomplete. Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
Really nice job here by the defender. I mean, how often, Mike, do we see on these long downfield passes the defender kind of lose the ball in the air and get himself out of position? Well, that wasn't the case here. Really well done. And if I'm this quarterback, after these back-to-back incompletions, I got to find myself a little rhythm and take some easier throws.
He's going to look for the home run ball. He's got it! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. To throw again, it's Penix. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Again, it's Penix. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. If this quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight, he's going to try to take it in on his own. But not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now brings up 3rd and goal.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score. So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Baker Mayfield and the BUCS ready to get back to work. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll run it. It's Irving. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Irving. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Right back to Irving. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A give. This is Irving. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, a win here for the visiting Bucks. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.